All right, we've talked about this time and time again. Every time there's a senseless shooting, and these are senseless shootings, let's not make any mistake about it. But every time there's a shooting where somebody has stolen a gun, used a gun illegally, it's a direct or an indirect attack on our legally purchased and possessed guns across the country. It gets somebody wound up somewhere. This is no exception. This horrible school shooting out in Sparks, Nevada. This kid right here, that boy was shot. He was one of the ones that was shot, obviously not critically wounded. But CNN is shown here interviewing him. And the spin that this kid has been given to deliver is pathetic. And I don't blame the kid. He's 12. The kid is 12. He didn't come up with this on his own. And I will tell you, if he did come up with this on his own, that thing right there, his mom, is to blame. Check out a piece of this video.
I used to treat guns not poorly, but a little poorly, because I thought they were a toy. But when I got shot, I learned that they're not just a toy, they're a weapon, and they could damage somebody very bad.
Now this boy says that he didn't always treat guns very important, and he used to look at them kind of like toys before, and now he doesn't because they're weapons and they can kill you. Duh. I don't know how to say duh any more articulate than that. I don't know how to candy coat a duh phrase when it's so obvious. Okay, mom there for 12 years hasn't gotten through to this 12-year-old child that a gun is not a toy and that it can kill you. She hasn't gotten that through this boy yet. It takes him being shot by a murderer to understand that a gun is not a toy and can kill you. How come mom hasn't done a better job at educating this young man that that gun could have killed him in the first place? If this kid has not been taught any better than that by his mom, he very well could have been the one pulling that trigger at a school, shooting other kids, if for 12 years he has gone on thinking that guns were just a toy and wasn't aware that they could have killed you. Mom is to blame, not society, not anybody else. Mom is over here helping the little boy tear up and all that. I feel sorry for him. This kid, if his mom has been that irresponsible, not teaching him the proper education surrounding a gun and the proper way to approach a gun and think about a gun, what other things has she missed? What other things has she not taught him about? If she's missed something as big as the importance and respect you should have for a firearm, that it can take your life, if she's missed that, this kid should not have thought guns that were a toy in any kind of way. Growing up, I was taught this is a gun and this is a toy gun. I knew the difference. I knew that that one could kill you. I knew that that one couldn't. But I knew that's a gun, that's a toy gun. This kid is just now learning after he's been shot with the real gun that it's not a toy gun. Who's to blame? Mom's to blame. Mom is to blame. And then she goes, then the reporter goes on to describe that the mom actually has a gun. Listen to this.
She also went on to say, as far as guns are concerned.
Notice how she said, as far as the reporter said, as far as guns are concerned, when gun control is imprinted in your brain like that, sometimes it just slips out.
She owns a gun, but she says she also owns a safe as well. And so it's not about not owning guns in her mind. What it's about is proper gun safety and making sure that these guns do not end up in the hands of children so that nothing like this can ever happen again, Brooke.
She says what it's about is not as far as owning guns, which is great. So she's pro Second Amendment. It's not about owning guns. It's about proper gun safety and keeping the guns out of the hands of children. Okay, Mom, actually, it's not just about gun safety. It's about gun education also. Because if a child doesn't know that a gun can kill you, telling him to put it on safety doesn't do a whole lot of good, because eventually that curiosity of what happens when I take it off of safety and aim it at somebody else and pull the trigger is going to get to that boy, and he might actually kill somebody. It's way more about just gun safety. It's about gun education, which includes that gun safety. This kid of yours thought a gun was a toy. It's just now come to the realization that a gun can kill you. It's your job, Mom. It's your job. She messed up on that. Now, the other kid who did the shooting, who's to say he wasn't raised from a mom just like this, an ignorant mom like this, who has not done her job of educating her child of the true dangers and inherent dangers of a firearm in the home.
I like to picture Jesus as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.